Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. I just feel like, well, I don't feel like, because it's a fact that the prices of everything is going up, and every time you watch the news or see what's trending on Twitter, especially here in the UK, it's about how everyone's everything is going to be like double the price this year going forward. And while skincare isn't a priority, I feel like skincare is definitely something that people use as a distraction from the real world, as a form of self-care. I do feel it's still important. Some people may have other priorities, and of course it's absolutely fine. But for me, and probably you if you're watching, skincare, we still want to do our skincare and pay our bills. But I also want to do this video because I feel there's still a real misconception that drugstore, I don't know why I did that, and affordable skincare is still rubbish, like it's still a load of crap. Affordable skincare can be really, really good, because it is. So today I want to kind of stick to what I consider the basics and a little extra at the end when it comes to the skincare routine. So we've got cleansers, we've got serums, moisturizers, sunscreens, and then a few little eye care products, and every product is going to be under £10. But I feel like when we're talking about budget and affordability, you can get some really, really good stuff. You don't need to spend more than a tenner per item. Before we get into it, I just want to run through some brands that I think are really, really good and affordable. Obviously, we have The Ordinary. If you want a serum, go to The Ordinary for your serums. They have everything, and whilst their products can get a little bit confusing, I would just try to stick to 2 serums, one for the morning, one for the evening. Have your antioxidant in the morning, and then maybe something active in the evening. The Inkey list, of course, for me, have more well-rounded formulations when it comes to their products. So you can get a Niacinamide serum that is also a hyaluronic acid serum with a few more benefits for roughly the same price. I've been using a lot of e.l.f. skincare the last couple months, and they've been surprising me with their quality. Whilst their products aren't anything to go crazy over, they are good at what they do and what they say they're gonna do. Beauty Bay have their own brand, Beauty Bay Skincare, and they have some amazing serums, cleansers, pimple patches, everything, a full range. Some of their serums have some unfortunate fragrance and essential oil choices in, but a lot of their products that focus on barrier repair and sensitive skin issues don't include those fragrances. So they have a really, really nice kind of like library of products you can shop from, with the majority of their products being under a tenner. A drugstore here in the UK, Boots, actually have their own skincare line called Ingredients that is available here in the UK in Boots and in Target in America. They've basically done their own version of The Ordinary, and whilst their bottles aren't as big, I don't think you get quite the same amount for the price that you get from The Ordinary. Again, they're super accessible. I mean, there's a Target near everyone, there's a Boots near everyone. You can go in and grab a serum for like £3. Skin Hub is another brand that I've seen a lot of skincare influencers talk about. Products that I've tried on and off myself, but I've never really dedicated myself to using one of their products, so I can't tell you the overall vibe of them, but I've seen a lot of good things about them. I'll link everything down below so you can check them out, but again, really super affordable products. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with this one already and kind of get it out of the way because I talked about it so much recently, but this is the BYOMA Creamy Jelly Cleanser. This is a brand that focus on ceramides and barrier repair. They're fairly new and all their products are pretty decent. However, this is the only product that comes in at under £10, just it's $9.99. And this is a really gentle jelly cleanser that does very lightly foam but doesn't leave you dried out at all. This makes a perfect first and second cleanse. I've been using it as a first and second cleanse on those lazy days, but really gentle even when my skin is feeling its most sensitive. I really, really like this one. This has licorice root and green tea as the key ingredients that they kind of like promote. Licorice root being good at evening out skin tone and your complexion, whilst green tea is a great antioxidant and can help soothe the skin as well. There's this idea that actives or like key ingredients within cleansers aren't good. There's no point in them because you wash it away. However, cleansers will be formulated to ensure that these ingredients stick around on the skin. It's like conditioners, shampoos, hair treatments. You know, once you wash it away, the benefits are still in your hair. So, you know, the key ingredients are important too when it comes to a cleanser. I've only done one nail hand. But really, really nice, huge bottle for $9.99. It lasts for absolutely ages. Speaking of huge bottles, this is the Fulvic Acid Brightening Cleanser from the Inkey list. This is a product that I only tried. They sent it to me to test before it launched. I absolutely loved it, and then we agreed to a sponsored job, did that job, and then I kind of forgot about it, and I forgot how much I actually really enjoy using this cleanser. So this is actually just over £10, but if you hunt around, you can get it for under. It's actually £8-ish on Look Fantastic at the moment, but this is one of those products that, again, it's in a huge bottle, and it's worth the price. Fulvic acid is an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory ingredient, so again, good for sensitive skin, all skin types really. I found this particularly good for my oily skin during the summer, but again, it's gentle. It foams up just a little bit. Don't be put off by the word acid. It's not like an active that's going to exfoliate or anything like that, so you can use this daily. Again, great at first and second cleanse. We also have licorice root in here again to help even out tone and brighten it. It's also soothing as well as Kakadu plum, which is rich in vitamin C. So you get a really good all-round kind of like benefit with this. But again, I mean, I would buy one or the other. You definitely don't need both of these. This is probably more worth your money because it's 175 milliliters, whereas this says 150. But honestly, like if you're just after a very basic gentle cleanse, this one, if you're after a bit more of a brighter complexion, more alive and awake looking skin, this is a really nice one to go for. This is a newish one for me, but this is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Daily Cleanser with Hyaluronic Acid and Ceramides. Again, very basic in a nice way. I think when it comes to drugstore stuff, people look at the ingredients and they're like, oh, it's not that special. It doesn't really have to be, like, as long as it does what it needs to do. Hyaluronic acid, great for hydration and plumping out the skin. Ceramides, great for barrier repair, maintaining a strong skin barrier. If you have no particular skincare concerns and you just want a nice gentle cleanser, this is a really, really good one to go for. I got this for £6 off ASOS. It's super cheap, super affordable for 110 milliliters. At first, the fragrance, you smell it, like I always take off the lid and give it a sniff, and it smells a little bit fragrancy, and it has got fragrance in it. But once that's on your face, you don't smell it. Like, it's fine. It just smells like, I feel like the fragrance is in there to just take away that waxy crayon-y smell that you can get from fragrance-free products. So it's not in there to smell like a perfume or anything. To me, it just smells very plain and basic. And whilst this isn't hydrating in any way, it's non-stripping. Your face doesn't feel tight after. And again, it's been great for sensitive skin. So I really enjoyed this one. This is kind of like, it's not a favourite of mine, but I know it's a favourite of a lot of people. This is the Ordinary's Squalane Cleanser. I get confused between the squalane. This is again a great first and second cleanse, and really it's just a nice basic non-drying, non-stripping kind of cleanser. The squalane in there. Why can't I remember the difference? Just ensures that you don't get that strict feeling to the skin. But everyone talks about this one. This is a good one. And this one is $5.50. I do find that I tend to use these up really quick than a lot of other cleansers I use. I just feel like a little bit doesn't go that far. But it's really accessible. You can find it everywhere. It's really, really good. Not much to say about this one because it is just, again, a nice, basic, non-stripping cleanser. I feel like I'm racing through these, but we have so many products to go through today. And I'm sorry I'm not demonstrating all of these, but my skin can't handle it right now. I have to give my skin a break. So when it comes to serums, I just want to talk through some of the most basic ones that I feel really benefited my skin, and we're going back a couple of years now. When it comes to actives and all that kind of stuff, it's really dependent on your own skin. So I'm just going to share two basics that I think everyone can use, and that is of course Hyaluronic Acid and Niacinamide Serum. These are the two products that really did change up my skin, and even though I don't use them anymore because I feel like other brands have better and nicer formulations, they're amazing for their price point and they will do the job. So we have the Ordinary's Niacinamide 10% and Zinc 1%, a game changer when it came to my skin, helping even out skin tone, regulate my sebum production. The Zinc is amazing if you have breakouts. And I swear Niacinamide helps with pore size. I swear it helps, especially on my nose. But again, a serum, a couple drops that will last you a really long time. Whilst the tackiness is something a lot of people complain about, what I will say about the texture of the Ordinary products is they slip and slide everywhere. So in 2 to 3 drops, you can cover your whole face and get really good coverage with their serums. This is £5.60. The Hyaluronic Acid Serum 2% is one I don't use anymore. This will be going in a giveaway pile. But again, it has that hydration to your skin to help give you like this temporary plumpness. Great to use in combination on damp skin, morning and night. You can use both of these twice a day. But be careful when you're using this with other products. I would give this time to settle into the skin before putting products on top of it, because a lot of people find that this kind of pills on the skin. But again, a very good basic. Both of those you could benefit from. The Hyaluronic Acid is £6.40 depending on where you're looking. The Inkey do a niacinamide serum that has hyaluronic acid in it as one of its key ingredients. So this is really a 2-in-1. So if you can't really afford to get both, you can just buy the Inkey and you get like a 2-in-1. A really nice formulation, very lightweight, watery kind of texture to it, and plays super nicely with other products. So yes. And again, depending where you're looking, this can be £5 up to £7, so hunt around for this one. A lot of people are like, oh, you don't get as more on the Inkey as you do the Ordinary. They are both 30ml. They're both 30ml, so it's just like deceptive packaging. Let's move on to the moisturizers. I got a few that I was a little bit shocked about. I just want to talk about one that I don't like, but I know a lot of people love. This is the Ordinary's Natural Moisturizing Factors with Hyaluronic Acid. Really a moisturizer that moisturizes with hyaluronic acid to hydrate. Super, super simple. I find that for me, this didn't rub into the skin very well. It just kind of moved around my skin. It got all caught up in my eyebrows, my beard, my hairline. And whilst this isn't super heavy in any way, it felt kind of suffocating on my skin. I didn't really enjoy it, but I know loads of people love this. So again, depending where you're looking, it ranges from price point, but this is the larger one. This is £6.50. And that's on Cult Beauty. All links will be in the description box down below, but not my favorite. I'm really into my stick balms at the moment for my skin. One thing I do like is the e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm. I'm really into my stick balms at the moment. This is one of those ones that you can just like rub under your eyes in areas where you're feeling like dry or you just want a little bit more hydration. You can do like a not as heavy kind of slugging method with these as well. I love these. So I actually got this for £9 from Boots here in the UK. But this is essentially really for makeup applications. So to add a bit more moisture and hydration where your makeup tends to like cake up or you look dry. But this has shea butter and aloe in it. So it's moisturizing, soothing, hydrating. It's got a little bit of like that cooling sensation to it, but nothing crazy. But I really like these sticks just to add that little layer of hydration and moisturizer where my skin needs it. Or you could just use Vaseline. This is like £1, $1.99 I think it was. You just use Vaseline at night on those areas where you're getting drier, like excessively dry. All over your face, a thin layer, it's up to you. But we'll come back to Vaseline in a minute. One I was really pleasantly surprised about, because this isn't a brand that I usually opt to reach out for or even look at. This is Simple. This is their Skin Quench Sleeping Cream. They say helps reverse hydration overnight. So whilst I wouldn't say this is a great overnight cream, because it hasn't got that like overnight mask feeling to it. It's not like occlusive. And you tend to wake up dry if you use this overnight. It's a really nice day cream for oily people and those with drier skin. Super, super hydrating. You can see it's got like this watery, no you can't see that. It's got like this watery gel cream texture to it. It's one of the products I wish came in a tube really. But overall the point of this cream is to target dehydrated skin, tight feeling skin, and does just give your skin that instant kind of boost of hydration if you need it. Again, ingredient wise, nothing exciting, moisturizing, ingredients, emollients, humectants. Do you know what I mean? Like it's really super basic, but it just does the job, the very basic job it needs to do. And I got this for $6.99. Very cheap actually. I feel like I'm racing through this, but I just want to get to the point, you know? So we spoke about Beauty Bay's own skincare line, and they've actually more recently released a sunscreen. This is their SPF 50 High Protection UVA UVB sunscreen. It's $8.99 for 50 milliliters, which I don't think is too bad for a sunscreen. It's a broad spectrum sunscreen that goes on super, super lightweight. Think your typical chemical sunscreen without the itchiness, without any of the eye irritation. And again, with this brand, with this product in particular, they're not trying to do anything special here. This is your basic chemical sunscreen that's going to protect your skin throughout the day. I like the pump. I like the pump sunscreen applicator. I think... You see it? Yeah. What I love about the pump applicators is you can get your teaspoon, you can measure out how much you need to use of this per pump. So I find that 4 pumps of this, I always like to go a little bit extra, is just enough to do your whole face. So you don't have to keep measuring out on your fingers, all that kind of stuff. Just 4 pumps and I'm good to go with this. But yeah, super affordable, but I was really, really impressed with this actually. Another one I was pleasantly surprised about is the Garnier Ambre Solaire Anti-Dark Spots and Anti-Pollution Super UV. This is SPF 50+. Long-lasting UVA-B, UVA-A plus long-lasting UVA. You have to shake it. These are very tiny, you know. They're like, this is 50ml, this is 40ml, but this was £6. So yeah, I would say you get your money's worth with it. Again, a very, very typical chemical sunscreen. It's that fluid texture that you would expect. It goes on the skin, pretty much transparent. Definitely a dupe for the La Roche-Posay sunscreen, but this leaves you with a bit more of a dewier finish. However, I know a lot of people like this. This stung my eyes a bit when I was being active. It stung my eyes. Didn't break me out or anything like that, but I could. I've not used a chemical sunscreen that stung my eyes for a really long time, so it was a bit like, oh. This does smell like a typical sunscreen. It smells like day at the beach, but it's $6.99. It's a bit of a bargain. One thing you can do if you wear makeup is do a bit of powder over your eyes when you apply this, and it stops that stinging sensation. But for me, I'm gonna go for this one instead over this one, but I really like the texture of this. It's so nice. Here's another one that I was really surprised with: the Garnier Ambre Solaire New Sensitive Advanced Protection Lotion, SPF 50+ with all their Ultra UVA UVB. When I first got this and saw that it said very water resistant, non-greasy, non-sticky, I was like, this is gonna be one of those super matte, white, like non-shiftable sunscreens. But I was actually really pleasantly surprised at how sheer this was, how non-greasy it was. This has a lot more of like a creamier texture. You see, it's like not going anywhere really. It takes a bit of rubbing in, but it's also like transparent, like you don't get any white cast from this one, and like really non-sticky as well. It has a slight plasticky smell to it, but other than that, it didn't sting my eyes. It didn't feel prickly on the skin. You know, sometimes you get that like itchy sensation. So this was £8 for 200 milliliters. I did have to hunt around for it at this price. So again, this was boots.com. It wasn't a sale or anything. This was just the price it was. So you definitely don't need to team this up with a moisturizer during the colder months. But yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised. I really like this one. One I don't like, but I know is super popular, is the Bondi Sands Face SPF 50+, very high protection, fragrance-free, 4-hour water resistant. This is for those with dry skin. It's not for people with oily skin. It's super greasy when you first put it on, and it only gets greasier with reapplication, sweat, and natural oils. But for $6.99, I think you can't fault it really, like unless you are oily and it's too much. But I would say it's popular for a reason, but really just for those with dry skin. Just a bit of a bonus, I want to talk about eyes and eye cream and anti-wrinkle, all that kind of stuff, like a few little extra bits. Whilst you could use your normal moisturizers as an eye creams, it takes a lot of experimentation to find one that doesn't irritate the skin around your eyes, isn't too heavy or not heavy enough for under your eyes. There's a lot of experimentation. So I would often say just opt for an eye cream, an affordable eye cream. Often eye creams tend to be more expensive because they have targeted ingredients and actives to work under the eyes. And this caffeine solution of 5% is a good example of a good ingredient to use under your eyes that you would pay more for. However, this is the ordinary. So we are talking £6.40 maximum for this. And this really is just a serum to help like awaken under your eyes, making you look less tired, less puffy, less dull around the eyes. Sinks in super quick, and it's something you use morning and night. At night, I would pair that up with Vaseline, just to create that kind of like nice occlusive layer around the eyes. And then I would put this anywhere where your skin is a little bit more moisturizing and hydration. All these like stick balms that I've been using are essentially like a petroleum based stick. And all that does, again, it's like slugging, right? I'm slugging all the time now. So I would put Vaseline in here, what are these, like laugh lines? I don't know. Crow's feet around here, under my eyes, forehead, all that kind of area. Because really the whole point is just to lock in hydration and moisture, prevent hydration loss overnight. But Vaseline can do so many things. So there we go. I feel like I really rushed through that, but I just wanted to get to the point and show you that these are good products at a really good price that work and just do what they're supposed to do. Not greatly entertaining, but I feel like needed and practical, right? I hope. Anyway, share your budget products down below, your recommendations in the comments. All these products will be linked in the description box down below as well. You can watch some more product reviews here and some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.